What's going on, Gaming Nation? We are back with another show presented to you by Fandoms Anonymous. Today we are continuing our Road to E3 topic. We are covering 3 more games that are coming out or that are highly anticipated for the show. We definitely have been in talks with it and we want to see more on it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about that today. I can't talk. It's too early in the morning. So I'm going to hand it over to the panelists. Daryl, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's get it.
All right. And Turbo, how you doing this morning? Spotty?
I'm tired as usual, but yeah, I'll live.
All right, man. Of course, I'm your host for the show, Clay from Tales of the Blade. Cue that intro! All right, everybody. So today I'm going to open up first with some updates to some stuff that we had talked about previously on our Road to E3 segment. So, ready? Here we go. E3 in a minute. So, first and foremost, I want to talk about the update to Shadows Die Twice. Shadows Die Twice was originally speculated to be Kuon 2. Recently, we found out that it's going to be its own IP, including some really interesting mechanics, including a prosthetic arm that will act as a grappling hook, as well as some disfigurement that happens to your character in the story. But more on that. I'll have the video posted in the links below. Also, Star Ocean Amnesia, which currently has been a mobile game for the iOS and Android systems over in Japan, is getting an American release, which I'm extremely excited about. If you know me for more than 5 seconds, you know I love Star Ocean. That's just how it is. And last but not least, Final Fantasy VII Remake has revealed why it's been hitting so many snags on its production. That's because of the fact that it's had to restaff multiple times, and well, they're while keeping some of the senior heads there, they are bringing in some new talent, and that's been the reason why it's been a little bit rough. And there we go. That's been E3 news in a minute. And here we go. We're back on track. So that was pretty good. I'm proud of myself for that one.
I think that was less than a minute, though.
But I don't really care. It was a minute-ish, and that's all that matters to me. So, today we're going to cover 3 new topics, and topic number 1 we're going to be talking about is the Fallout 76. We've seen the trailer for it. It first started off as a little teaser that I was tagged in, a little 6-second teaser that was just the please stand by, and now we got more information on it, including the basic theme it's going to be set in. So let's talk about that for just a second. Daryl, what was your reaction to that trailer?
Well, my first reaction was, what is it going to be? Okay, it's a new Fallout game, so it's Fallout 76.
Right.
So at first I was excited. And then I got a little upset. I was like, wait a minute. Battle Royale is very, very popular now. I hope Fallout is not going to Battle Royale. And I started getting upset. But then I started reading more information, and people say it's going to be like a survival game. Okay. Now, you guys know me. I love survival. I love survival games. So if this is going to be a survival game in a Fallout universe, I got really excited about it. So as of now, I'm just waiting to E3 so I can just see more information.
Okay, that's completely respectable, and I definitely have to agree. But you know what? I have a thing to proffer to you. I mean, I know the concept of the Battle Royale has been used quite a bit, but would that be so bad in an environment like Fallout? I mean, considering the fact of what we dealt with in Destiny, where we were all kind of getting this thing where we were talking about, it would have been really cool for the multiplayer to have been a little more open, like you actually had to be on your toes in this world, because that's basically what we were promised, and we didn't get that. So to that context, in a world like Fallout, would that be such a bad thing?
It won't be I don't think it'll be a bad thing. It's just it's everybody just doing the same thing. I want to see something new and something fresh. It's just so many people doing it. Now, in a Fallout universe, I think I would actually have a lot of fun with it. I know I would, because I love Fallout. But it just seemed like everybody's doing the same thing. Now, another thing I was thinking is, whether it's going to be like a H1Z1 where they have 2 different games, like they have the survival mode and a Battle Royale. But just like with H1Z1, it's like they abandoned the survival stuff and just only focus on the Battle Royale. So I was wondering if they're going to do the same thing like that. Like I said, I like Battle Royale because I have fun with Fortnite. I have fun with H1Z1, but it's just the same thing over and over and over. But like I said, it might be good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely have to see on that. Spotty, how about you, man?
I think that Fallout 76 doesn't work with the Battle Royale formula because there's too many RPG elements to it. You got to level up your character. You got to get different gear. You got to craft different gear, and that's where it lends itself more towards the Ark or Rust formula, where you're actually leveling up. You're building a settlement. You're getting together with some friends. You're defending your settlement. You're maybe going and raiding another settlement. But I just don't think that Fallout itself lends itself very well to Battle Royale, where too many RPG elements are involved.
I mean, that's a possibility too, but another thing you have to kind of stipulate on that is what you go through in some Battle Royale games. I mean, you talk about building a settlement or just building in general. You're looking at games like Fortnite, even like in-game like minor leveling with grabbing like certain level gear, certain tier gear. Like if you get a purple or I don't actually know the tier system, but I'm guessing it's close to everybody else, which is like what, green, blue, purple, and then like orange or gold. I don't know. Back me up on that one, Daryl.
I mean, it just be different ones. I mean, I think the gold gear is the best. So I understand what you're saying with that one, but it's just like I don't know. Like I agree with Spidey. I don't know how that would work, because if somebody knows where that gold gear is, it's like a different advantage a person getting with the gear system.
Well,
I don't know. Fortnite, it's just weapons, but it gives them involved.
If I may interject, I think another thing about Fallout is a much slower paced game than all the others, because it focuses more on the storytelling in the RPGs. So I think that Fallout would lend itself more towards the Ark and Rust and survival elements, because it's a much slower grind and a slower pace and bigger story than it is just grab a gun, go shoot everybody.
Okay. I mean, and like I said, we will see what happens with that. All speculations aside, that it's definitely go ahead.
Yeah, but again, I still want to know just like what is this game about. I mean, it's just like that really was a tease, Cass.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm looking at little things, little details here, dates. I'm looking at parties, and I need more. I'm like, I was happy and mad, and at the same time, like, I need more. You're not telling me anything. E3 is too far away, even though it's only 2 weeks away. But to me, that's too far.
Yeah, I mean, it's right around the corner, but we'll get to it in time. So on our next topic, we're going to go ahead and segue into the next thing. And we're actually going to talk about the teaser we got recently because of how leaky this particular game series has been. But moving on to Ubisoft, we're looking at Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, right away, of course, I've had to correct a couple people because they want to jump in like, yeah, it's going to be set in Rome because look at the helmet. And I'm like, well, actually, even if you just go with the title Odyssey, come on, that's Greece. So it's set in ancient Greece, and we haven't really gotten much aside from, a little short clip, which was some guy getting kicked off a ledge, so maybe Sparta! But I'm actually kind of excited about it. Let's hear from y'all. Spotty.
You see, I hear the title Odyssey, and I immediately go to the battle between Greece and Troy. And then also in Odyssey, I'm thinking Odysseus going on his god-awful long voyage to get back home.
Well, yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's going to focus as much on Sparta as it will on Odysseus and maybe the Trojan War.
No, I mean, that's perfectly sound. I mean, he is from Ithaca, so I mean, that's, a little bit away from Sparta.
But all we really have is a guy kicking a guy off a ledge, and I'm like, I need more. I need more context. Why is he kicking him off the ledge? Did he spill his coffee?
Yes, that's what it was. It says coffee. That's what it's going to be about. Really?
You spilled my coffee.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's I'm interested in it simply because of the fact that I do love the concept, and of course there is a story already in Assassin's Creed lore that centers around that area, because we're talking about Prince Darius, or I don't even know if that's even related to Greece. That actually may be more an Arabian thing.
It could be focusing on where they originally get the hidden blade, and Bayek's wife says this is the weapon that killed the Persian king. So it could be going back to battle between Greece and the Persian Empire.
So it might. And there's a story between the first assassin being Darius, who killed Xerxes. So though that's a possibility in that. I don't know. What do you think, Daryl?
I mean, like both you guys said, they didn't give us much to go on, so I didn't know. But I'm just excited it's gonna be in Greece. I mean, when I seen the helmet and when I seen the Spartan kick, I love the Spartan kick because I love 300. I was excited. I mean, but it's like I just want to know what it's gonna be. I just want to know where the timeline is gonna start at. That's what I meant. But it's just like I don't think we'll get this, but I would love to see Leonidas in the game. Just let me pass by him or something, you know.
Just as an NPC, just walk by and there he is, King Leonidas. Maybe not as we saw him with Gerard's Butler's iteration, but something along those lines. We'll see.
I'm sorry, I can't see King Leonidas as anybody but Gerard Butler.
Yeah, that's
me too.
I feel you on that one. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. And like I said, right now we don't have much to go on. And as far as the backstory behind the assassins, right now they kind of went dark with that. Whereas before they did have a website up where they were releasing all kinds of different information about what was going on with the assassins as they were making their way to these other storylines. So, but for right now, like I said, they've gone dark, and there's not a whole lot that we have to go on. So, we just kind of waiting and hearing from that.
Yeah, E3 is gonna be good. E3 is gonna be really good this year. I mean, I can't wait to see what's going on with Assassin's Creed, Fallout. I mean, just so many games. I just can't wait to see.
Oh yeah. So moving on to our last topic, we talked in our last episode about, or actually not on our last, but the first episode about the revival of an older IP. And I wasn't necessarily talking about Kuon in that part. I'm talking about No Man's Sky, but this particular one has a title that has a background, it has a following, and it even has a community built around it that helps out in the development process of it. So I'm talking about on this one, For Honor. Recently we got a little dev update diary from the For Honor team that they're coming to E3 and they're bringing something fresh and new, and it's going to be it's going to change the experience of For Honor entirely. So without knowing fully what that is, all we really have to go on, of course, is speculation. So Daryl, what do you think is going to happen with For Honor? What do you speculate is a possibility on?
I think we're gonna get some more. What's the word I'm looking for? Some more characters. I think this is gonna be about. They're gonna give us maybe 3 new characters from different kind of land. That's what I just when I seen it, I think that's the only thing they can do with it right now, and probably give us some more story with those characters.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's not a whole lot that we can go on right just for the moment, but it's definitely something that we can expect to see there at E3, and so it's for me, For Honor was an interesting title. It had a really interesting ploy, a plot that really kind of hyped it up a little bit for me, but then just the execution of it, I wasn't feeling it, and it kind of fell short a little bit for me. But Spotty actually played it, so on terms of that, what do you think is a possibility there, Ben? Spotty.
If they're saying they're coming up with a whole new experience and they're going to make it a new experience, I think they're going to come up with new factions. Like we've played Knights versus Samurai versus Vikings. What if we got Mayans into the mix?
Okay, that would be
and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Something
that's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. You just said but yeah.
But other than that, I really don't. I kind of fell out of it after I didn't do so well in the game, and yeah. I traded it in because when something breaks, it has no business being in my console. But
ultimate rage.
That's about it. Yeah. On a side note, I found out that the battery of the PlayStation 4 controller is encased in a plastic cage.
Wow. All right, so it got that serious. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, don't break your controllers. All right,
They're
it's
expensive.
this is a $60 investment. I mean, that just don't do it. That's not good. But I mean, it's a lot to speculate on, and it's a lot to see. But like I said, they have announced that they are bringing something new to the table, and it's exciting and it's fresh, and they're not giving much away because, as always, has been the trend here recently. No one's giving us anything, and that's actually okay. Because again, we don't want to get like too much into like bad critiques or anything like that, because that ruins initial sales.
They just wait on E3 to give us everything. So we gotta do.
That's all. So for right now, all we can do is speculate and just go on what we know. But yeah, that's really all we got. That's all we can do for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Of course, it is our coming up segment. So Daryl, we'll start with you on this time. What's your coming up pick for this week, my friend?
Okay, I've been looking at this game because, when I'm on YouTube and stuff, they kept on showing commercials. I'm not for sure which system it goes to. It's a game called Mutant.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all heard that game?
I've never heard of that until just now.
It rings a bell.
It's like it's Mutant Road to Eden.
Yes, I have heard of this.
Okay, so this game looks really, really good, but I don't know what system it's for. But if it's for the PS4, I'm definitely going to pick this up. I mean, it looks really, really good. It looks grimy. It looks real good. So you guys definitely got to check that out.
All right, we'll definitely check that out. Spotty, how about you? What's your pick for this week?
My pick for this week actually comes out on Tuesday. It is called, now, I'm not sure if it's called Vampire or Vampire. It's spelled with a Y. But it's one of those moral dilemma choices coming with supernatural powers. And I saw a bunch of commercials for it, and it looks really good. So I'm going to pick it up when it comes out on Tuesday.
You stole that was mine from last week.
Well, I mean, was it last week, or was it like no? That was 2 weeks ago that you had that one. But yeah, no, Vampire is it's called Vampire. I will correct on that. It is definitely called Vampire. But
it does look good too.
It does look good. It kind of reminds me of the Legacy of Kain 2. I want to say.
Yes.
Like the second Blood Omen game, that was a really good title, and it definitely has sort of that feel, definitely in a more modern time, maybe even like Vampire the Masquerade. So, of course, I was particularly excited about that title, so I will definitely follow up on that as well, Spotty, and we'll check that out. My pick for this week is, well, it's just because it's already on pre-registration, and that's awesome, and I can't wait to see it because I'm a fan. Star Ocean Anamnesis is a mobile game, and I don't typically do mobile games, but this time I will make an exception because of what it is, so I do have to upgrade my potato of a phone, and that's okay. But I will be checking that out. It is definitely a cool game. It mishmashes. I haven't used that word in forever. All the characters from several different Star Oceans together into one kind of unified universe, sort of like a Dissidia Final Fantasy, but set in the Star Ocean timeline. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Check that out. It is for the Android and iOS apps. So I'm not sure if it's available for other tablets like Amazon, but I will be checking that out as well very shortly because, again, pre-registration, please get on the pre-registration because there are benefits involved in getting a pre-registration going because we want to show Square Enix and Tri-Ace that we have a love for this game, that we want to bring it out. So all my Star Ocean fans, rally up, get that done. And if you're not a Star Ocean fan, just check it out anyway because you should be. And that's all there is to that. So I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Daryl, where can we find you, man?
Man, you can find me on the Gaming Nation YouTube page. You can find me on the Family Anonymous everything. And you can find me. Yeah, that's it.
All right. And Spotty, where can we find you at, man?
You can find me on Tales of the Blade. You can also find me on YouTube at Angry Cheetah Gamer. And that's about it.
We gotta work on that with you. Get an Instagram.
He does have an Instagram.
Actually, I do have an Instagram.
Hey, plug that Instagram. Go ahead, do the thing.
Let me find it because I can never remember what my name is.
All right, we'll find out later. I'll just post it up. Here you go. There you go. You're looking at it right there.
Spotty Butt or Turbo Mechagogo.
All right. And, of course, I am Clay from Tales of the Blade. You can find me on youtube.com/Tales of the Blade, facebook.com/Tales of the Blade, Gaming Nation, and Fandoms Anonymous, both on Facebook and YouTube. We want to thank you guys again for joining us. And if you didn't know who we are Fandoms Anonymous. That's FANDOMSANONYMOUS. We're all over social media right now. You can check us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can see those links right here. Please come join us on the discussions on Facebook. We have wonderful discussions every day, and it's always good to hear new voices and new speculations. Of course, we want to hear your opinions, especially for the show on Gaming Nation, so we can hear what you have to say about the particular topics that we have going on. And we hope you are looking forward to E3 as much as we are. Let us know about your speculations in the comment section below. I want to hear from you guys, and we want to talk about it. So thank you again. And if there's anything else, thanks for listening, and have a good one.